Hi, future millionaires. Welcome to Luxe Society, a place where we inspire and motivate future millionaires. Today, we talk through some of the world's most famous whiskey. But before we do, make sure to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any future updates. Expensive whiskey? But why? Fine whiskeys are aged in wooden barrels for many years. Each year, 1% to 2% alcohol disappears from the barrel by natural evaporation, and all that remains is genuinely delicious, flavorful liquor. But the output is very less. Since these types of aged whiskeys are premium goods and have a very high demand and less supply, the prices are generally very high. Talking about the taste, why does whiskey taste better when aged? Alright, so ultimately, premium whiskey has a smooth taste for enthusiasts, with the right combination of taste, flavor, and mouthfeel. In case of cheap whiskeys, due to high amounts of alcohol or ethanol, and less time given to the grains to fully turn into good liquor, they are usually harsh in taste and less smooth. Therefore, the unique taste of aged whiskeys are preferred by the enthusiast. So, without any further ado, let's take a look at the 10 most expensive bottles of whiskey in the world. Number 10. Ardbeg Special Release Double Barrel 33-year-old Single Malt Scotch Whiskey, Islay. Islay has always been known for its heavy peat and smoky aromas, and the extremely balanced taste is also the key to distinguish Islay from other Islay whiskeys. This wine uses two hand-toed blown wide bottles to hold two different barrels of 1974 whiskey, and finally puts them in a hand-sewn leather shotgun box, and comes with 8 silver wine glasses, 2 handmade leather books, and an Omas oak fountain pen. Talking of the price, the average price of Albert Double Barrel 33-year-old single malt whiskey is $7,030, and the highest price is $18,000. Number 9. The Dalmore Constellation Collection Vintage Single Malt Scotch Whiskey, Highlands. Constellation Series is a set of 21 bottles of the limited collection of original wines. The whiskeys matured in 21 precious oak barrels between 1964 and 1992, were personally selected by Richard Patterson, the chief winemaker of Morgan Stanley, in packed hand-blown crystal bottles. Each bottle can feel the rich scent and the endless aftertaste. With the sparkling amber luster of the wine lined up, it is more charming. Talking of the price, the average price of single malt whiskey is $13,064, and its highest price is $48,000. Number 8. The Macallan Select Reserve Single Malt Scotch Whiskey, Speyside, Highlands. The Macallan 1946 and 1948 are quite representative of the series. Among them, the 1946 wine is deep and well balanced. At the same time, due to the impact of the expensive coal after the war, 1946 used a high proportion of peat to bake it, giving it a rare peat flavor in Macallan. In 1948, it was brewed from the harvested barley in 1947 and matured in the famous East Elk manner. In the end, only 3 Spanish sherry barrels were selected. The wine is bottled, which shows its precious value. Talking of the price, the average price of the Macallan Collection single malt whiskey is $15,269, and its highest price, $30,710. Number 7. Highland Park 50-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey, Orkney. Highland Knight's limited edition with 50-year-old whiskey has a clear and bright body with a charming mahogany-like color, rich and varied aroma, spicy and rich taste, with excellent tannins and brown sugar flavor, and a long aftertaste. The wine bottle is designed by Maeve Gillies, a well-known jewelry designer in Mavona, New York. Talking about the price of Highland Knight's 50-year-old single malt whiskey, the average price is $16,713, and the highest price is $45,178. Number 6. Glenfarclas John Grant 60-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey, Speyside. The 60-year limited edition of Glen Grove is the highest bottled wine in the history of the distillery. It is decorated in specially made crystal glass. The hexagonal outer box is engraved with the names of the distillery's descendants. The liquor is the first. The second pack Shirley barrels are aged and have a deep reddish-brown body. You can feel the active aroma of dried fruit and cane sugar when you drink it, and it has a thick tannin taste. The final rhyme is more than 20 minutes long. Talking about the price, the average price of Glen Grove John Grant 60-year-old single malt whiskey is $16,980, and the highest price is $26,293. Number 5. The Macallan Fine and Rare Vintage Single Malt Scotch Whiskey, Speyside Highlands. The Macallan Rare Vintage series are all whiskeys over 30 years old. There are a total of 39 types from 1926 to 1974. They are rare and valuable, and they are also sought after by enthusiasts around the world. Their collection value continues. As it climbs, it is especially rare to see the complete series. It is still one of the most expensive and most contemporary whiskey series in the world. Talking about the price of Macallan Rare Vintage Series single malt whiskey, the average price is $18,699 and the highest price is $38,500. Number 4. Glenfiddich 50-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey Speyside. Only 50 bottles of Glenfiddich's 50-year-old wine are issued every year. It is made with 50-year-old whiskey in 2 precious wooden barrels and carefully blended by the chief bartender. It is tasted with vanilla toffee. In the mild, smoky scent, the charm is harmonious, full of vibrancy. Also, because the wine is precious and rare, it has deep historical significance. Talking about the price of Glenfiddich 50-year-old single malt whiskey, the average price is $20,431, and the highest price is $40,613. Number 3. Gordon and MacPhail Generations Mortlach 75 years old single malt whiskey Speyside. Gordon and MacPhail bottling plant put the original Mortlach barrel numbered 2,475 in the sherry barrels in 1939 and finally came out after 75 years of aging. It's a 75-year-old whiskey. The tasters describe it as smooth as cream and still retains the flavor of young whiskey. The mouth is fresh and soft with hints of pear, apricot, and spice. Talking about the price, the average price of Gordon MacPhail Generation Musher 75 years single malt whiskey is $25,275, and the highest price is $33,309. Number 2, the Macallan Lacquis 62-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey Speyside Highlands. Lalique is the 6 major pillar series wines published by Macallan in cooperation with the French Lalique Crystals. This is the 5th work in the series. A specially tailor-made limited edition crystal wine bottle, the bottle design continues the core spirit of Macallan and is inspired by the heart of Macallan's soul, Easter Elchie's house. The 62-year-old wine is matured in American oak sherry barrels. Talking about the price, the average price of the Macallan Brilliant Series Lalique 62-year-old single malt whiskey is $30,439 and the highest price is $47,285. Number 1. The Balvenie 50-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey Speyside. The wine introduced by Balvenie to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the service of Chief Bartender David Stewart was placed in a European hogshead cask after the distillation was completed in 1962. After half a century of maturation, it produces a rich, smooth, and velvety taste, presenting rich honey, citrus, and floral aromas, and has achieved a perfect balance between the spice and the softness of the oak. Talking about the price, the average price of the Balvenie 50-year-old single malt whiskey is $37,149, and the highest price is $50,000. That's all for today. Thanks so much for stopping by. And remember, your dreams will come through, just believe. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more such exciting content. Meanwhile, let us know which of the top 10 is your favorite in the comments section. Bye!